Imagine you are sitting in your room, the clock ticking past midnight, clutching a stack of notes until the edges are wrinkled and damp from your palms. You've rehearsed your opening line 50 times. You've visualized every slide, every gesture, every possible question. You think you're building a shield of perfection to protect yourself. But here is the cold, scientific truth. Research shows that excessive mental rehearsal doesn't soothe the brain, it hijacks it. Instead of building confidence, you are actually feeding your amygdala, the brain's fear center, more data on why the situation is dangerous. And that is why the harder you try to be ready, the more your heart races when the spotlight finally hits you. You've spent so much time preparing for a battle that your brain now firmly believes you're walking into a war zone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to break the cycle of over-preparation and shift from protection mode to connection mode. If you've ever felt like your own mind was your worst enemy before a speech, stay with me for the next few minutes. Your voice is about to feel much lighter. Most of us grew up with the mantra, "Practice makes perfect." We were taught that if we fail, it's because we didn't work hard enough. So when we face the terrifying prospect of speaking in front of others, our natural instinct is to overcompensate. We try to script our lives. We try to control the uncontrollable. But there is a fundamental difference between being prepared and being preoccupied. Part 1. The safety behavior fallacy. The first thing we need to understand is a concept in psychology called safety behaviors. A safety behavior is something we do to prevent a feared outcome. In public speaking, this looks like memorizing every word, checking your notes every 3 seconds, or rehearsing for 5 hours for a 5-minute talk. On the surface, it looks like hard work, but underneath, it's an act of desperation.
Think of it like this. Imagine you are learning to swim, but you refuse to enter the water with 10 life jackets strapped to your body. Do the life jackets keep you afloat? Yes. But do they teach you how to swim? No. In fact, they teach your brain that the water is so deadly that you could never survive without them. I once mentored a brilliant engineer named David. David had a presentation for his board of directors. He spent 2 weeks scripting every and ah. He had a 40-page document of possible questions and their perfect answers. When he stood up to speak, someone asked a question he hadn't prepared for, a simple, friendly question. David froze. His brain searched the 40 pages of his mental script, found nothing, and triggered a full-blown panic attack. The lesson here is profound. When you over-prepare, you aren't practicing success, you are practicing not failing. You are telling your subconscious, "I am not enough as I am. Only this script can save me." This creates a threat perception loop. Every hour you spend obsessing over details is another hour you spend telling your nervous system that the audience is a predator and you are the prey. You are literally training yourself to be afraid. If you've ever felt like your notes were a cage rather than a map, hit that like button. It helps me know that this message is reaching the people who need to hear it most. Part 2. The mental overclocking effect. Let's look at what happens inside your head when you rehearse too much. Your brain has a limited amount of working memory. Think of it like the RAM on a computer. When you memorize a script word for word, you are using up 90% of your RAM just to recall the next sentence. That leaves only 10% for your personality, your eye contact, your body language, and most importantly, your ability to listen to the room. You become a mental ghost. You are physically in the room, but your mind is stuck in the past, trying to remember what you wrote at 2 a.m. on Tuesday. This creates a strange, robotic energy that the audience can feel. They don't feel connected to you because you aren't actually there with them. You're in your head, checking your work. Insightful speaking isn't about accuracy, it's about resonance. The real goal isn't to deliver a flawless performance. The goal is to share a spark from your mind to theirs. When you are over-prepared, you smother that spark under a mountain of heavy blankets. Your action step for this week is simple but challenging. The 80-20 outline rule. Instead of a full script, write only bullet points. 5 main ideas. Use 80% of your energy understanding the concept and only 20% on the words. Force yourself to explain the concept to a friend or even to your dog in different ways each time. This builds conceptual flexibility. It teaches your brain that there are many paths to the destination, which lowers the stakes of forgetting a specific word. Part 3. Shifting from protection to connection. We often over-prepare because we are viewing the audience as a judge. We see them as a firing squad waiting for us to slip up. This is protection mode. Your focus is inward. How do I look? Do they like me? Did I say that right? When your focus is inward, anxiety skyrockets. To break this, we must pivot to connection mode. In this mode, your focus is outward. How can I help them? How can I make this clear for them? What do they need to hear right now? I want you to visualize a bridge. On one side is you, and on the other side is the audience. Over-preparation is like building a massive high-tech wall on your side of the bridge so no one can see your flaws. But a wall doesn't just hide your flaws, it blocks the path. It prevents the message from crossing over.
When you show up with just a few notes and a heart full of intent, you are tearing down the wall. Yes, you are vulnerable. Yes, you might stumble over a word, but that stumble is human. That stumble is a signal to the audience that you are one of them. It builds trust. Research in social psychology suggests the pratfall effect, that people who are competent but make small mistakes are perceived as significantly more likable than those who appear perfect. Your perfection is a barrier. Your humanity is the bridge. I want you to try a state priming exercise instead of a content rehearsal. 10 minutes before you speak, stop looking at your notes. Close your eyes. Don't think about the words. Think about the feeling you want the audience to have when they leave. Do you want them to feel inspired, calmed, empowered? Breathe into that feeling. When you speak from a state rather than a script, your brain stays in the present moment where anxiety cannot live. Part 4. Trusting the second brain. There is a silent partner in every conversation you have, your intuition. Some call it the second brain. When you spend your life over-preparing, you are essentially telling your intuition that you don't trust it. You are saying, I don't believe you can handle a conversation without a manual. But think about the best conversations you've ever had. Maybe it was over coffee with a best friend, or a late-night talk with a sibling. Did you have a script then? Did you rehearse your opening hook for that coffee date? No, you showed up, you listened, and you responded. You trusted yourself. Public speaking is just a conversation with more people. That's it. The most powerful thing you can do to reduce anxiety is to start microdosing spontaneity. In your daily life, look for small opportunities to speak without a plan. When someone asks you a question in a meeting, don't look at your notepad. Look at them and answer from what you know. When you're at a dinner party, tell a story you haven't practiced. Each time you do this, you are sending a signal to your nervous system. I am safe when I am spontaneous. You are rewriting the threat perception that we talked about earlier. You are proving to your brain that you don't need the life jacket to stay afloat. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What is one safety behavior you find yourself doing before a big moment? Is it over-rehearsing? Is it avoiding eye contact? Let's talk about it below. Recognizing it is the first step to letting it go. Conclusion. As we wrap up, I want you to take a deep breath and realize something important. You are already enough. The value of your message isn't hidden in the perfect choice of words or the flawlessly timed gesture. The value is in the truth of your experience and your willingness to share it. When you let go of the need to over-prepare, you aren't becoming less ready, you are becoming more present. You are trading a brittle, fragile perfection for a resilient, vibrant presence. Stop trying to survive the speech. Start trying to live it. The next time you feel that urge to stay up until 3 a.m. memorizing your lines, put the notes down. Go to sleep. Trust that the version of you that shows up tomorrow, rested, present, and slightly imperfect, is exactly the version the world needs to hear. You don't need to be a polished statue. You just need to be a human being with a story to tell.
And that, my friend, is something you don't need a script for.